again from Central Virginia. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rebecca and I am an organic gardener. I love to cook what I grow, and I'm going to cook something that I grew an awful lot of, and I actually had to pull some of the plants because they were invading. That would be all of these green cherry tomatoes. All right, I also picked a lot of ripe cherry tomatoes too, which I'm doing sauce with. I can show you that in another video. But green tomatoes make fabulous pickles. And what I'm actually going to do with these cherry tomatoes is make some little hot, fiery, spicy, what I would call cherry tomato poppers. They'll be great on salads during the winter. You can just use them as a snack or an appetizer. They're really quite good. So I've done other green pickle recipes. You can check on my channel in the playlist called Canning and Preserving. And this is a really simple recipe. You can really adjust the spices to your liking. I'm going to be making a lot of pickles, and some of them I'm going to do more spicy than others because not everybody likes hot, fiery, spicy pickle poppers. What else do I need for this recipe? Let me show you. For the brine, you need 3 things. You need vinegar. This is apple cider vinegar. You need a 1-to-1 ratio water to vinegar. About 2 cups of the brine is going to be able to do about 3 to 4 of the pints. You need some brown sugar. For every 2 cups of brine, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of brown sugar and 1 tablespoon of pickling salt. Beyond that, the seasoning and spices are really, really up to you. But here's what I'm going to add. To mine, I'm going to add some sliced onion. I'm going to add some cloves of garlic. I'm going to add some of my dried peppers. These are the ají chinchín amarillo peppers, the Peruvian peppers, and these are serranos that I grew last year. For some of my jars, I'm going to add some star anise. I'll be putting turmeric in everything, as well as some coriander seed and some black pepper. As I said, this is a super easy, super versatile recipe, and you can really make it sweeter if you like, or leave out the sugar altogether. I like just a little bit of the brown sugar to offset the salt and the vinegar. I think it comes together nicely that way. The procedure is pretty simple. You start your brine, you put the vinegar, the water, the salt, and the sugar, bring it up to a boil, and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Meanwhile, prepare your jars in the water bath canner. Here's the brine bubbling away. All right, got everything ready here, and you want to work very, very quickly. First thing I'm going to do is put some spices and peppers and onions into each jar. I'm working 2 jars at a time, and I'm going to put a couple of pieces of garlic in. Let's see, I think I'll make this round my spicy round, so I'll put 2 peppers in these. Just a pinch of black pepper. I've got some coriander seed that I grew here. Pop some of that in. You can also just buy commercial pickling spice if you like. I'm going to pop a star anise into each. And if I left out anything, oh yes, here's some allspice. I didn't mention that earlier. I'll put a little allspice in each one. And a bit of turmeric. That's going to make the pickle sort of a yellowy color, but I love turmeric, and turmeric is super good for you. All right, next thing I'm going to do is pack in the little cherry tomatoes, like so. Oh, I got to get my jar filler. No wonder this is a little challenging. Those jars are hot. Before you do these, now this is a little bit of a iggly-piggly thing to do, but I took just a skewer, a wooden skewer, and I popped a little hole into each of these little tomatoes because I want them to, I want to make sure the brine goes into the pickle. All right, so we're just now going to fill up these jars with brine. I'm going to leave approximately a 1/2 inch of the head space. That's the space on top. This is another important thing to do. You need to make sure that all of the air is out. So if you just take like a rubber spatula or something like that and just kind of run it around the outside, tamp down a little bit. Aren't they pretty? Now, another important thing to do is make sure that your lids are good and clean. So I just take a little white vinegar and I wipe the lid. Make sure everything is clean whenever you are canning. That's essential. These lids have been washed and dried. If you're a veteran canner, you know that you only use these once, but you can use the rims many, many times. There we go. We're going to put these right back in the water bath canner. And then I'll pull out 2 more jars and we'll keep working. I love adding the garlic in. I just think that makes it so delicious. You know, after you have these pickles, you can, jarred, you can keep the vinegar, the brine. You can actually reuse it again if you want to. And you can also use it to mix up salad dressings and marinades. So it's really a great way to preserve food and continually make use of what you've got. Anise. Jar fillers make life much easier. Woo, flying. That one went ping-ponging across the table. We could call these ping-pong pickles. I love putting these on my salads in the wintertime. You put your jars back in the water bath. You want to bring it up to a boil. You want to simmer it or boil it for 15 minutes. Then turn the heat off. Let the jars sit for 5 minutes in the water bath. Then pull them out and put them someplace out of the way for about 12 to 24 hours. At that point, you want to check the seals. You want to take the rings off and you want to make sure that the pickles are sealed. So, believe it or not, I've got 8 jars of pickles in there. 8 pints of pickles, and I still have a bunch more. You can also do quick pickling with this using the exact same brine. You just stick them in the fridge. They're not shelf stable, but you can keep them in the fridge. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye. Pickles, pickles, pickles.